his pretty extensive defense team there, especially Brian Steele. He's one of my favorites. I didn't expect him to take on this case, but oh well. He's a great attorney in the end. Orals, examinations, and attorneys. So basically, they just meticulously examine all these things, and the judge, he conducts individual voir dire, asking follow-up questions to clarify questionnaire responses, basically, and he identifies bias. Prosecutors and defense counsel each exercise for good cause challenges to excuse the jurors. If you guys remember in one of the updates, I went over that with you guys to kind of tell you what that was. It's one of the things that they utilize to kind of eliminate jurors that, that they feel is not going to be, have a positive impact on the verdict. So obviously they have exercised for cause challenges to excuse jurors whose answers they felt were potentially prejudiced. Dismissals for bias and prejudice views. Juror 48 was excused after stating that she believed that Combs could possibly buy his way out of jail, revealing past trauma from an attack, raising doubts about her impartiality. Multiple other jurors were ultimately dismissed for having strong opinions about celebrity power or negative views of law enforcement based on media coverage. So even jurors who admitted the assault video made Combs seem angry. They were scrutinized, though one such juror remained after asserting they could be fair. So even, I apologize, let me repeat that. Even jurors who admitted the assault video, that they were aware of the assault video, just something that small made Combs seem angry, and they were scrutinized, though one such juror remained after, and they asserting that they could be fair. Also, the celebrity familiarity, the 190 name list of the prospective jurors, it reviewed a predetermined list of roughly, him and his associates connected to the case. And they just kind of wanted to see what jurors knew and who the individuals were that they knew and just to what extent, and their impressions of those individuals. That included Kanye West, Kid Cudi, Michael B. Jordan, Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, who may testify under her legal name. Now, inclusion on the list did not guarantee testimony, but it served to identify jurors with pre-existing attitudes toward key figures. So they got the response, they got to see how the reaction, the response, and so forth in regards to that. Okay, and so there were some jury composition and alternates that were selected, so they are making some significant progress. Of approximately 45 juror candidates have been summoned for in-court questioning. 19 jurors were seated on day one, and at least 6 more by midday. So today being day 2, they are working toward 12 jurors and 6 alternates. Both sides have retained peremptory challenges. Each may dismiss a set number of jurors without stating cause to refine the panel. They are permitted to do that. So the final panel must represent a fair cross-section of Manhattan's population per federal guidelines. So the next steps in this situation in regards to scheduling, of course, we are going to continue to have each day of this trial and so forth, that they will be having it, including jury selection. But the scheduled next step is May 12th, and that's going to be the opening statements, with the trial expected to run up to 8 weeks. So, witness testimony will include alleged victims of Combs freak-off events. And this, as you know, that's pretty extensive list. In case you guys are not aware, I'm going to try to take some time out to go over and refresh on those. But the victims of Combs freak-off events, what have you, range from law enforcement officers and potentially Cassie Ventura under her legal name. I mean, it's a wide range of people. Big variety, I should say, and different ages, so forth. So both sides planning motions regarding pretrial publicity. They're going to be arguing over whether widespread media coverage, especially of the 2016 video, can be sufficiently mitigated. You all know this process. So by jury instructions and voir dire, this rigorous process aims to ensure the assembled jury can fairly weigh evidence amid intense publicity scrutiny in high-profile personalities. So, it's going to be really interesting, guys. So, we will give you an update whenever we get our next update. Also, check out our channel because we're going to be updating on Donna Adelson and a few other cases.